a feeling of achievement.
Accomplishment.
A feeling of dignity.
Empowerment.
Pride, because
a return back to life, a return back to being.
When we started Bridge to Sports, we did start it as a nonprofit, and so over the last 10 years there has been a lot of learning on how to raise money and manage a nonprofit, and I will say that we have always strived to be the best at what we do.
the people who have disabilities, if we can show them something like adaptive sports, people want to see what it's like. They want to taste firsthand.
We give them an alternative or a modified version of a sport. So if they love basketball, we teach them wheelchair basketball, and they can include their friends so everyone can play together.
I think that everyone should have the opportunity.
Everybody plays. Everybody gets to take a chance. Everybody gets to take part in Bridge to Sports activities, programs.
We are changing lives.
I think here at Bridge to Sports, what we do helps serve as a confidence booster and helps teach independence.
Find themselves and find their connection to other people in the world.
The best thing about it is you get to come at least try it and see if you're going to like something. Something you never tried before, or something you never thought you could be able to do again.
They allow persons with disability to come in and feel welcomed.
Bridge to Sports has done everything for me.
I think that sports helps people who have a disability to really kind of get a fresh start on things and to feel hope.
It helps them realize there's more to life than just sitting home not doing anything. It also helps them be active, which gives them a healthier lifestyle. It helps them be inclusive, meet other people, make friends, and it's good for their mental health as well.
I enjoy the atmosphere, the people, everybody, everything about Bridge to Sports is just fantastic.
Adaptive sports really serves as an education on disability and what people can do with that disability. It's really, they can enjoy all the same things out of life, they just enjoy them differently.
I advocate for people with disabilities because I feel that the opportunities in the world are not equal between people with disabilities and those who don't have disabilities.
There was really no athletic sense to me before I got to Bridge to Sports other than just watching able-bodied people do their sports. So Bridge to Sports really brought a lot of confidence and everything out.
Find who you are, find the player within, find yourself, and also it gives you the ability to challenge yourself and push yourself beyond the scope of your physical ability to the point of pain, but not to the point of failure. But you're going to have failures, you're going to have successes, but you focus on the progress and the success will come.
To allow them to play the sports that they see on TV or anywhere else, but in a way that they can perform, and in a way that they can perform physically very difficult things.
If we all could see past what limits, we would see people who can. And I think if we see people who can, as a society, we have a more positive give and take society, which I think helps create happier people.
She said to me that, I took a huge load off her shoulders, and because of that, they embraced me, they welcomed me. They said, we're so glad to have you here because you're able to help us in this way or in so many ways, and I felt included by that respect.
Unfortunately, the disability is with us every day. It is a challenge we have to deal with every day.
It shows people that even though, yes, you may have a disability, that your life isn't done, you're not over, you can still go and do things and have a successful and meaningful life.
What I would love others to know about Bridge to Sports is that disability isn't a definer of what you cannot do. Disability is something many can live very successfully with.
It's all about the small steps.
I would say to those athletes just to keep trying. Don't give up. Don't ever give up, just like Jim Valvano said.
Never give in. Never give in. Never, 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 never. In nothing great or small, large or petty, never give in except to convictions of honor and good sense.
Don't ever give up. Whatever you do, do not ever give up.
A cane to crutches to a walker and finally a wheelchair. But when I got the wheelchair, my energy just totally changed, and I did my first 5K, and during that time I was also doing a lot of volunteer work at the Duke Children's Hospital and the Milo Clinic for children with spina bifida. And I was really saddened because so many children did not see hope in a future with disability. So I decided to use the universal theme of sports to see if we could change outcomes for kids with disabilities. And so we created the organization Bridge to Sports as we create a bridge for those who think they cannot play sports.
I think sports, it allows people to return back to being active, to actually being able to participate, being a part of something. Who thinks they're not doing good? I deal with this all the time. I have kids that come in and they're scared to try it. Some of them are even scared to get in a chair because they've never been in a sports chair. It's just, you just gotta let them know that the more they practice, the more they come to practice, the more they try, the better they'll get. They have teammates that can help them. Can't quit. That's one of the things I try to get in my kids is, don't quit, just keep trying. It gets better. The more you learn, the easier it gets.
What we do is to show them how we are independent, how we are just as capable as anybody else who plays able-bodied basketball or able-bodied tennis or able-bodied shot put or able-bodied archery in that sense. And by showing them that we have the capabilities to play the sports that other people do, other able-bodied people do, we show them that we're just as independent as they are.
I think Bridge to Sports could be a pretty significant Paralympic sport club, and we could have kids participating in the Paralympics and going on to a much higher level of athleticism. And I think that would be a really cool thing to have in this area because it's not quite here yet the way that it could be. And I would like to see our athletes excel to that point.
Miss Ashley and her staff helped me out with basically everything. I was just outside talking to Coach Mike about hand controls for driving. So it's not only a athletic thing for them, it's entire life coaching.
And I want to have, and I believe I have to some extent or some degree, that level of independence and that way of being. And I want to be, in essence, like them. I want to be intelligent. I want to have a mind of my own. And I want to show this society that I can be an individual, not just an individual who happens to have a disability.
Everybody being able to take part in an activity, an event, whatever that may be, and even though yes, some may do it differently than others, still being able to enjoy that part of your life.
I think Bridge to Sports could be a pretty significant Paralympic sport club, and we could have kids participating in the Paralympics and going on to a much higher level of athleticism. And I think that would be a really cool thing to have in this area because it's not quite here yet the way that it could be. And I would like to see our athletes excel to that point.
I think through events here at Bridge Sports, we create inclusion by bringing the community to try the things that our athletes do. So I think that's one of the most powerful things we do, whether it's through Valor Games or through August Madness or any of our outreach events, that people in the community and people from our various sponsorships can come and learn firsthand about adapted sports and leave with an understanding of the similarities they have to people with disabilities versus the differences.
So adaptive sports helps the community in particular by understanding how you can manipulate not just sports equipment, but situations in general to meet the need of people who are often left out of plans.
The biggest challenge is taking that one window opportunity and really have an impact so that we can begin seeing a change in opportunities for kids to play sports. And then from that opportunity develop competitive sport opportunities in the state. So I'm looking forward to that challenge.
We all need a helping hand, and it's important to be comfortable associating and working with people and advocating for people who might be struggling and just need a smile.
I think that they could help me get to this point in my life through Ms. Ashley contacting different universities, the camps, and every program that they have that they allow us to go to and participate in.
If I had a dream, my dream would be that we would have a facility that could become a training center where we could really develop the elite person, but in that journey we could also train others within the state, teachers, coaches, so that we did have that continuum of competition as well as opportunity for development.
And while doing all that, we still stay true to our mission of helping people with physical disabilities get into sports and empower their lives.
It keeps me busy, it keeps me out of trouble, for one. I've met some wonderful people. I get to work at a job that I love doing my job. This is what I love doing.
Just how I reach out to people and how I can help people is by working through athletics.
It's just the feeling that I get from being able to compete and participate in sports with others that I really like about sports.
We can do anything we can if we put our mind to it, just like an able-bodied person can.
Adaptive sports helps me. It's changed my life, and I'm a better person because of adaptive sports.
They can still do the same things that I can. They just may have to do them slightly differently to be able to have the same end result. And that's a really cool thing to see.
We are very independent. We are strong.
When life kicks you, let it kick you forward.
And so I see them as a family.